Hello everybody and welcome to another episode of our FM19 Journeyman, and today we have two more games. Starting off, a massive game against Lyon. After we beat PSG last week and have already picked up a draw against Monaco, I'm hoping we can have a good performance against these, and then following that, a game against Bordeaux, another big team, another difficult game. And well, again, hopefully we can put forward a good performance. We got 4 points in yesterday's episode, picking up a win against PSG and a draw against Auxerre. It's not a bad sign, really. It's at least better than the first couple of this season, so hopefully we can carry this forward. Now, we do have a couple of minor injury issues, but they are, like I said, minor. So, Zacharias Antonio is going to be coming in to take the place of Correa, who is essentially fit, but he has got a slight little knock here. So, yeah, he's just going to be sitting out today's game. We'll bring him back in for the game against Bordeaux. I just don't want to risk anything because his problem is a recurring injury. So, I don't want to kind of... Oh, no, actually, it's on the other thigh. Okay, never mind. We'll leave him out anyway. I thought it was on the one that was usually getting injured, but it's not. It's the other one. But no big deal. He can sit out today's game. And, well, when we've got a player as good as Antonio on the bench, it's worth giving him a game when there's, you know, even any slight risk. Antonio more than capable. And then Derek Assay is picked up a slight knock. I'm going to play him anyway because he's scored 5 goals in 8 games so far this season. You can't really not play that. And, well, speaking of players who've done very well so far, Marietti, 5 assists in 8 games, or 5 assists in 5 games, sorry. He's assisted in every game he's played in the league, which isn't the Rene game because I didn't play him. So, yeah, I think we need to keep him on for now, to be honest. So, well, we're going in with this formation. Hopefully, we can put forward a good game, but obviously, Lyon, a massive team, never going to make it easy for us. So, well, we need to make sure that we play up to their level, really. You can see just by the amount of regens that they've had a decent little overhaul here. Divock Origi's still knocking around for them, but, well, we're going to have to do a lot of good stuff here to pull out a good result. But I do think we're capable, as our assistant gets good reactions from 4 players. Not bad in the slightest. Let's keep going, and hopefully... Well, I just want another good result. Well, we've got a corner, 20 minutes odd into the game. Grandsar heads on, but can't quite find the back of the net, hitting the woodwork. Assay on the loose ball, tries to give it for Bordas, but he just gets tackled. And, well, a good chance for us. It's the first chance of the game, and it's in our favour. And as you can see by the shots, we seem to be having a slightly better time of things. Well, as I say that, they level it out. Brilliant. But yeah, still nothing so far for us. I'd just love a goal. Well, there is a highlight on the end of half-time, or just before half-time, sorry. And, well, last time this happened, in the last game, we managed to get a goal as we play forward, but can't get on the end of it, and they are in possession of the ball, looking to come forward. Antonio's racing back, but can't get there. They strike, and this time, it's us who concedes the goal right on the death. And, well, we go at a 1-0 deficit. Lyon picking up the goal. Alex Paolo scoring that one. And, well, it was just poor from us, really. We just didn't really ever look like we were defending this. And Antonio here, getting absolutely burned for pace, should maybe have just gone straight for the ball rather than trying to cover the space, because he might have got there and at least been able to poke it away. But, yeah, he was just too slow on the end of that and got punished for it big time. And it's going to take us into half-time with a 1-0 deficit, which is, well, not ideal, to be honest. I preferred it when we scored going into half-time, but... well, it's not the end of the world. There's still a half to play, and there's still a half to try and find a goal. We just need to dig deep and try and find a way to score it. We're not having the best time of it out here right now, so I'm going to bring on backward for Derek Assay. Obviously, Assay nursing that injury. I don't want to risk him too much. So I'm just going to take him off before things get, you know, any much worse than they already can, and see if backward, full fitness, can have a good impact as Pasu picks up an injury. Brilliant. Potential upper body. Please don't be broken ribs, and it should be fine. I'm just going to bring on Sayas for him in that same position and just see if that can help create anything. Actually, can we play as anything maybe? I might just move him up the pitch a bit, you know, and just move him to an automatic central midfielder. Yeah, that seems fine to me. Let's see if that can help sort of just create anything, having a player a little bit further up. Well, we do have a throw-in. I was tempted to make a change there, but let's see how this plays out first. As Antonio gives it to Quamena, and we try to play forward. Stefan on the end of the ball, gives it to Bakra out on the left flank. We need to find a ball into the box. As Quamena tries to play one, they head just clear though, but Marietti on it. Oh, can't find Horn, and they're now looking to counter-attack. They nod it down. Diabate, great challenge, but it only falls to them. Divock Origi on the right flank, and they're looking to come forward. They play it across, and well, they strike, and they manage to find the back of the net. We moved our midfield to be more attacking, and I think it got us a little bit caught out there at the back. When you see the replay, I'm sure you'll see that, yeah, we've got players very committed quite high up the pitch, and, well, they just were able to just basically run through us, and we tried to put up a fight against it. Diabate, in particular, putting in a very good challenge, but wasn't able to get us, well, the ball back, and that's what we needed, and they score. They go 2-0 up. Lyon have always done quite well against us, so well, it's not like it was unexpected. And, well, with 5 minutes remaining, let's just make one last change. I'm going to move Bordas up, bring on Bertheus as a deep line playmaker, and just see if we can grab a couple of goals late in the game and try and find a draw. It's not likely, but hold on, there is a highlight. They play forward. Marietti nods down to Stefan, but he can't get on the end of it. The ball falls to them. And unless we're able to win this back, it could just be, well, a further goal, to be honest. It could be... We're not great defensively this year. I'm just going to put it that way. As Paolo plays forward to Jack. And, well, it wins them a corner. My Sonny pulled off a good save. They're going to look to put this in. And if we can head clear, maybe we can counter-attack. But no, it just falls to them again. Jack tries to strike, and another corner. Not what you want to see. I want highlights in our favour. I don't think we're going to find 2 goals against a good side this late in the game, but we can always dream. We've conceded 2 this late in the game, that's for sure. Definitely in that season at Yarrow, where we spent all time getting peppered, but... well, we do manage to block across. We can't get on the end of it, but hold on. A free kick. Horn forward to Sayers. I keep wanting to call him Timo Horn. I don't know why. Marietti gets tackled, and, well, we're just getting dispossessed too easily. But, well, he lunges back through it. It does manage to poke the ball away, but it just falls to them once again. And Alex Paolo running forward, knocks across to Perez. Mysonial, again, a good save. He's having a decent game, Mysonial, which is weird considering he's conceded 2, but... you can't really blame him for it, can you? They're just very, very good. And as they flick in across, Mysonial once again claims, we just don't look like we can really create anything. We're just getting dispossessed from the ball far too easily every time we're on it. And, it's just a shame to see, to be honest, as this is probably just going to see out the game. And yeah, it does. It's a 2-0 defeat against Lyon. Disappointing, really. It's the second defeat of the season, and we've only got 1 win in 5. It's not a good position to be in, but safe to say, we've played... 4 of last season's top 6 it's not truly representative of our ability as much as like just a difficult start, but we'll say we're not happy with the result because we should be looking to try and beat these sides. And we didn't, to be honest, so we've got Bordeaux coming up. It's not going to be an easy game and we're going to need to play well to beat them, but I think we've got it in us. It's probably an easier game than some of the ones we've had so far, so let's see if we can dig deep and find a win. Well, Passu's injury is going to leave him out for 5 to 7 weeks, which is not ideal. I'm just going to leave him with the club doctor for that minimum time, and well, hopefully we can survive without him, because he's an important player, but we've got Sayers, we've got Parmentier, we've got players who we can bring in to try and take the place of him. Hopefully they can do so. So, here we are, game number 2 against Bordeaux, and we are looking, once again, to bounce back from a rough defeat to Lyon. It's safe to say we never really got a foothold in the game, and they just sort of, well, battered us a little bit. That goal right before half-time absolutely killed us off, I think, and we saw very little of the second half. So, a couple of changes today. Correa back in the starting 11, replacing Zacharias Antonio, who was at fault, I think it's safe to say, for one of the goals. He was just too slow to get on the ball. And also Sayers coming in as the Segundo Volante following the injury to Passu. Got high hopes for him, really hoping he can impress today. So, actually, we're looking a little bit low on the old morale here. So, dynamics, team meeting. Oh, there's no... Okay, apparently there's no suitable reason to hold a team meeting, despite the fact that if you go here, it says morale's dropping. But apparently, well, that's not a suitable reason. I guess our support, though, is going up, but... well, it won't be for long if we don't start winning matches. So, let's get stuck into this game. And I want a win. I want no more of this wishy-washy nonsense. I just want 3 points. As they're playing a similar formation to our second choice one, which was tempting to play today with Passu being out. But I opted to just go for this and see how Sayers performs in that Segundo Volante role. And I'm hoping that, well, it can perform well, to be honest, more than anything. I expect you to win tonight. No, I want to avenge what happened when we last played Bordeaux. A lot of players did like that, and if we hand over to the assistant, he doesn't add anything. But a lot of players looking motivated. Hopefully that reflects on the pitch, and we can have a good performance. And please, can we have an early goal? They've got a free kick, and Bomb is going to strike. Rifles it over the bar, but... well, I don't like to see them having chances, even if they are relatively weak ones, like that free kick from quite far out. I'd still rather the chances were in our favour. But we've got a throw-in. Quamena tries to find Marietti, but Sayers ends up on the loose ball, knocks it back to Bordas, who strikes at goal, hits the post. Bordas there, striking from very far out. The highlight continuing as they push forward down this right-hand side and play a ball over. No, it does fade out, and well... potentially a chance wasted there, really, by Bordas. I don't think there was any need to shoot, but he does have a corner, tries to play it in, but it's headed clear as Grandsaw's on it, edge of the box, finds Sayers on the side, who strikes. It hits the keeper, Preti. I forgot to even mention I was playing him. I brought Preti into the starting 11, and well, he's scored, but it is being reviewed. He thinks it might be offside, and honestly, I don't know. The initial shot there from Sayers hit the keeper. It deflected onto Preti. I don't know if that's going to count or not. And it is... I don't think it will, but I'm not sure. No, it's been awarded. Okay. When it didn't go to the replay halfway through, I thought it wasn't going to count. Let's just review for ourselves here. Sayers strikes, and yes, that is definitely onside. Well, I brought Preti in and forgot to even mention it. I literally did it right before I hit record as well. I don't know how I forgot, but... Well, Preti scores. I put him in because Stefan just hasn't been scoring goals, and Preti scored when we started him, and to be fair to him, he's done it again. As we have a throw-in, Horn finds Bordas, nods back down to Horn. Can he put a cross in? He can. Assay, off his head. He hits it off a defender and into the goal. Very generous to give it to Assay there, but as you know, if it's going on target, it's given to the player who struck it. And, well, it was going on target, but it would not have gone in if it hadn't hit that defender. It was not the most powerful header, to be honest, but I think the goalkeeper would have been all over it, but that deflection threw him completely the wrong way, and it gives us a 2-0 lead. Another goal for Derek Assay. As well, we go 2-0 up in the first half. Not bad at all. So, half-time, we're 2-0 up. Despite them having a lot of the shots, we've just taken far better advantage of ours. They've only had 1 on target from 11. Not really great, really, is it, from them? But there is a slight problem. Marietti picked up a little bit of a knock, and I don't really want to risk him. He's been very good this season. Despite me not playing him in the first couple of games, he's got quite a good tally of assists. So, I am going to make a bit of a change, and I'm going to go to the other system. And I don't know why I've changed it like that when we have it already set up. But, yeah, I'm going to bring on Bertheus. But, with us already having the lead, I'm going to make Sayas the supporting midfielder, not an attacking one. And just try and keep it stable, to be honest. I just don't want to throw anything away. We've got a throw in here, and Horn's going to take, finds Preti on the right, but the header on, not very good, and they are now in possession, looking to pressure us, as they've got a lot of space out on the left-hand side, but we force them away from it, make them hard for it to find it, and, well, they do eventually in the end, as Quamena's now racing to mark, but they do get a shot away, and they pull it back to 2-1 very early into the second half, and the pressure is now on. We're back to only a 1-goal lead. It's not going to be easy to maintain, but hopefully we can turn it up a gear and find another goal, put us back to being 2 goals up, and, well, just stop conceding silly goals like that. Quamena so far out of position on that highlight. Well, 69 minutes in, and I'm going to make a change. I'm going to bring on Stefan for Preti. Obviously, he got a goal, but I want to play Preti as a pressing forward and just try and ensure that we can hustle for the ball back if we do lose it. I'm also going to go positive, which might seem like more attacking, but I want us to... If we're just holding the ball, that's not really good enough. I want us to be holding it in their area so that if we do lose it, it's not a major threat. It's not an immediate danger. Well, another injury. The man who we brought on to replace an injured Marietti has himself got an injured. Bertheus going to have to come off. Potential foot injury. Fortunately, Parmentier is available on the bench, and we can just go to this sort of system, which we don't actually have set up, but he should be able to do so fairly well if we just go something like this. That should be able to see us out through this game, I think. So, well, hopefully that doesn't have too big of an impact, and hopefully it's not too major of an injury. Well, we are into added time, and it is absolutely flying by. The second half's been dull, but they have a throw-in. 40 seconds remaining. Time for a goal yet, so we need to keep the pressure on them and not give it away cheaply as they play forward. Quamena heads on. Only back to them, though. 30 seconds left on the clock. We're keeping the pressure on. They put in a cross. They strike, but Mysonial claims, and he can hold this for as long as he wants. It looks like we've done it. It looks like we have going to pick up the victory, which is going to be our 3rd win of the season. And weirdly, it's going to put us above PSG, as you'll see in a bit. They're having a really rough time of it so far. But it's a decent win. Bordeaux are a good side, but I'm a bit concerned about all the injuries so far. It's getting a bit worrying. But ultimately, we got the win. Gransol got man of the match with just an assist to his name. But, well, you can't really fault him. It's an assist for Cedric Horn too, and goals for Assay and Preti, who I think is really pushing for a starting spot. He's had 2 goals now in the 2 games he's started, and honestly, hard to fault. So I'm just going to say, well done, it was a good win for us, and they all look delighted. Let's just see what those injuries are looking like, because I am a little bit concerned. They were in 6th before this game, apparently, which, well, I doubt they are anymore. The league is incredibly tight, obviously. It's still very early on, and a lot of the good teams are struggling. Monaco are doing very well. We've actually denied them their only win of the season so far, so that's not too bad. But, yeah, Lyon have lost 2. PSG have lost 3, drew 1, and only won 2. So, yeah, we've gone above them in the table, which I think is just going to go to show. Teams can start poorly, but I don't think it's really reflective of their ability, because PSG are obviously not that poor, really, and likewise, I don't think teams like Nîmes and Havre are really Champions League quality, if I'm going to be fair to them, but let's see what's going on here. 10 to 12 days for Bertheu's, not the end of the world, but he's going to miss a couple of games because we've got a midweek, then we've got that one. He might be back for this game against Havre, so he is going to miss 2 matches, which is unfortunate, but Marietti, 1 to 2 days, may miss this next game against Lens if I don't feel comfortable with his fitness, but will definitely be back for the game after that against Marseille, which is probably going to be the more difficult one. If I'm not mistaken, Lens are newly promoted, so potentially a bit of an easier time, but they've got the same record as PSG at the minute, so you never know, do you? They might actually be great. It's hard to call this early into the season, but, well, it's a win. We picked up a win. Despite a poor defeat to Lyon, we're not doing too bad. We've lost 2 league games. We've drew 1. And we've picked up 2 wins. I'm making things up here. Let me start again. We've drew 2 games, we've won 2 games, and we've lost 2 games. It's not that bad all in all when you consider we've played Lyon, PSG, Auxerre, and Monaco already. That's not terrible. Once we get past this next episode, once we get past this Marseille game, things should be looking a little bit easier. And, well, if we can have a good result against Lens and then play a good game against Marseille, we may be able to pick something up from that. We've done well against Marseille in the past. I'm not sure we've ever beaten them, but we've definitely picked up draws. So I'd be quite quietly optimistic we might be able to snatch something from that game. And I am really hoping that's the case. So that'll be up tomorrow. We obviously have injuries to cope with. Hopefully we can pull it out. I'm hoping that I've added enough depth as to where we can deal with problems like that, really. So yeah, like I said, that will be up tomorrow at 5:30, or you can subscribe to get that into your feed, whichever you prefer. Follow the Twitter, join the Discord. Again, it's great to see more action going on in there. And, well, I'll catch you all tomorrow. Have a wonderful night, and goodbye.